welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Razorbacks will put total under to crank us up. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out. Six. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Duggar. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The running back has it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And they get him down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. The offense will have to timeout of the half. And the Razorbacks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his tight end. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
To the ground with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Well, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got this rivalry renewed from a long time ago, but since joining the conference, A&M has dominated Arkansas. Arkansas looking to get a little payback.
It always feels big when you watch this game. We've seen so many of these games in recent years being played at Jerry World, and with all the speed on the field from both sides, this is always, I think, one of the more fun games to watch every season.
How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Duggar. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And sometimes the quarterback grabs the football so quick and tries to get out of his hand, rushes it a little bit on these quick throws. Sometimes they don't even grab the laces, and you could tell he just grabbed it, threw it a little bit too quick, and missed behind the wide receiver.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Got a little space. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, this secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Duggar. Here's the pressure. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. The 30. The 10. Touchdown Razorbacks. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by... team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Give to the running back. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period, first down here. It's a reverse. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at at the 21.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. He's going to take off. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
On the move, it's Russell. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Leaves it with the running back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
What a disappointment. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Riley. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. He might want another play. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Riley. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Aggies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Drive opens up at the 23-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, looking for a man. Pulls it in, it's Brown. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They'll immediately call timeout. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going right to work up top. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds space on the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Dances away to buy time. Took care of it himself. There he goes. And it's on the ground. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the 2nd half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's reeled in. It's Hill. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig scene.
They'll try the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now at wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Hands it off. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Anthony. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Hey, listen, as a receiver, you're running that hitch route against man coverage. You can't loaf on it, right? I know it's just a little short throw, but you've got to make the defender think you might be going deep. So a nice job not just taking it easy on the play. He put his foot in the ground, he drove back to the ball, and made it easy on his quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Wants to go up top. On the run, still looking. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Wilson to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Had to get rid of it quickly.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a three-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Catch in the middle, it's Riley. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll try to get outside. Fights off a defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. He's taking the shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Offense changing the play. They'll start this drive going to the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
A strike downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, this
They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Wants to pass. Here's a heat. Took a shot as he threw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the 4th quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Texas A&M going quickly. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. Inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute, you got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Looking for room. It's screen.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Platt. And he's dragged down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Looking to throw for it. Right down the middle. Finds a man by himself. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Arkansas. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back.
Fires one high and deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggie!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Motion from the wide receiver. Power football with the run. Shows him the stiff arm. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. From the old SWC to the SEC, this rivalry has remained strong, and in this one, the Hogs were too much for the Aggies to handle. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.